Yo guys, this is Orbit here from TGN. In this video we're going to be talking about update 28 and what is coming over that way, because it is currently on the PC test server. Unfortunately I can't get on the PC test to show you what's going on, but what I can do is obviously tell you what is going on. So the first kind of big change you'll find is that all of the tier 5 rings they've now got sockets in. Okay, so all of the rings that we were passing, the rings that we were deleting, salvaging, whatever you were doing with them, now those rings are now worthwhile keeping because they've got the sockets in. All the DPS rings will have a red socket in. You can put a might, but you can put whatever you want in it, but it's got a red socket with a precision affinity. All of the healer ones have a resto affinity on. All of the controllers have VIT, and all of the tank rings have a dominance affinity socket on. So it's worthwhile having those rings now, because they're going to be a massive jump for the current rings that we've got, that we're all using. Okay, then we are going to be looking forward to 2v2 Legends Lair battles. Okay, so you Legends players, you can now get your favourite Legends character into your own base and kind of battle them out in that fast-paced lair battle scenario that we have going on. So that would be really cool. I really like Legends personally, so I'm looking forward to that. You can also look forward to some targeting changes, some targeting improvements. They're going to take into consideration how far away the enemy is to which target kind of prioritize. You prioritize pretty much, and they've got other little bits that make everything more accurate with the hard targeting and the auto targeting and all that kind of stuff. So that should be pretty cool. Then we've got combat vulnerability tuning and improvements. Okay, now what this means is, all of your kind of vulnerabilities, like vulnerable to block, vulnerable to interrupt, all that kind of stuff, you're now going to have a massive icon above your head, which basically tells people you're vulnerable to interrupt or whatever. So if you're blocking, you're going to have a target above your head, which pretty much says block break me. If you're lunging, you're going to get a target above your head saying block. So I'm not sure if I agree with that, because I don't know. I'll have to, like I said, I'm not on the PC test, so I can't really test it out, see what it's like. I'll obviously have to PvP with it and stuff like that. But I guess it's all right for newer guys who aren't sure, when to do that kind of stuff. It's right there, bang, big icon above your head saying block break me right now. Boom, there you go. So there's that coming to town shortly. Next up, we have got movement tree ability improvements. I'm actually going to read what it says here, just so I don't kind of get it wrong. It says each movement skill tree has had an additional functionality given to 3 of their movement powers. The added functionality allows players access to PvP role counters regardless of what role they are currently in. Also to that, basically you're going to get more for less with your skill points, because if you just put 1 point into your skill tree, you're going to get the full movement. So for example, your acrobatics, if you put 1 point into your movement tree, you're going to get the grapple line, you're going to get the super skip or whatever it's called. You're going to get it all just for 1 point, so you're getting more for less. Sound like I'm advertising a supermarket, more for less. Anyway, forget that. So there's that. The movement tree ability changes coming up. Also, the Speed Force rifts have moved. All of the Speed Force rifts throughout Gotham and Metropolis have moved. They're basically not there anymore. They're only in Central City. So if you got feats and stuff to do, you can still do them. They're in Central City. But it just means when people are trying to do their races and stuff, you haven't got the Speed Force people smashing your head in, and they are very frustrating, sometimes. So that's good that they're out the city. Lock them in Central City for all I care. And lastly, they're also working on a function in the game called link death. Link death, if they can pull it off, will be awesome. Basically, if you are in a raid, an alert or whatever, and you disconnect, you have a certain amount of time to get back into the game, and it will put you straight back into the instance where you disconnected, and you can continue from there. So I mean, even if you've the loot's popped up and you've crashed looking at the loot and it's like, oh my goodness, I needed that, that's the worst possible thing that's ever happened, you can dive on your PS3 and you can try and boot your PlayStation back up in time to still roll on that loot. At least that's what I think, anyway. Don't quote me on that. But it is kind of looking to at least launch you back into the game, okay, where you left off. But there's a couple of problems with that are going on, so they're tweaking certain bits and bobs on that one. Excellent. Okay, and to finish off, we've got a couple of shout outs that I'm going to start always doing in my videos now. We've got a shout out to Braden5283, one of the best natured DPS and healers I know. In fact, he's even featured on my channel, so make sure you definitely check him out. He's got some really cool videos, all fully HD. Make sure you definitely check him out, give him a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And the last one, we've got Undead DCUO. Make sure you check him out also. He's got some styles, and what I like about his style videos, he's got exactly how to get these styles down the left hand column. That's very, very helpful videos. So big shout out to those two. Make sure you go and check their channels out, okay? And hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This is what's coming to update 28 very, very shortly. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe and like the video. That was that was definitely the wrong order. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. There we go. We'll try that one. Okay.